It was once a shining retail hub, Northridge Mall. It meant destination shopping here in Milwaukee.
But that building fell into disrepair. And now, after more than 2 decades of dormancy, Milwaukee officials are turning the page to the next chapter. Nick Bohr joins us live right near 76th and Brown Deer Road.
And Nick, this is a significant milestone for this long vacant property.
Right. Today, the city marking the official end of the demolition here. And of course, over the years, we've well documented how it had fallen into disrepair, becoming an example of urban decay. Now, city officials are hoping it can become a prime example of urban renewal. As the remnants of Northridge Mall are hauled away, it's the mall's final years that make this a moment of relief. It stood vacant for 2 decades, becoming a blight that drew graffiti and arson fires.
I'm not standing here and continuing to commit my firefighters to put their lives at risk. They have families.
The city now looks to a future for the 58-acre site that could include manufacturing, housing, or even a sports facility.
We will go out sometime next year with a bit of an open book about opportunities of what could happen here.
One thing city leaders say we won't see here is storage facilities. They say that they want something more vibrant and active to draw additional investment here.
We don't want to be too overly prescriptive about what needs to happen here. Like, let's get a sense from the public and let's get a sense from the folks that would actually build whatever happens here.
Alderwoman Larissa Taylor grew up here and calls this a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity to revitalize this entire part of the city. When you drive down the street here, there are a lot of vacant businesses, things that have failed. What would keep something like this from failing?
Here's the good news about that is as people see that we're making progress over here, they have hope.
Taylor says there is already interest not only in the former Northridge site, but vacant buildings nearby in hopes of benefiting from an influx of activity here.
As we take our time, listen to the community, listen to their input of what they want to see here, and find the best fit, I don't think failure is an option for us.
All right, Nick, city leaders say they're leaving it up to developers to suggest what they think is going to work in that location. Surely they've got some ideas.
Right. Well, the word they use over and over again is anchor. They want it to be something substantial to grow development here. The mayor is saying that he recently toured Drexel Town Center in Oak Creek with the mayor there, not necessarily saying that that's what they want to put here, but he said something that is an example of some things that are working that could possibly work here.
Nick Bohr leading us off here at 6 o'clock live in Milwaukee. Northridge Mall opened in 1972 and remained open until 2003. In 2019, the city issued a demolition order, sparking a years-long legal battle with the property owner until last year. That's when a judge allowed Milwaukee to foreclose on the property for an outstanding tax bill of nearly $1.5 million. Demolition started a few months later.